Hello students, today we are going to start with RIMC Maths lesson number 1, number system. In this chapter we will learn about various types of number systems, then types of lines, types of points. After that we will learn about plus and minus, addition, subtraction, division and multiplication rules, and also divisibility tests for various numbers. Along with that, we will learn about some units of numbers in this chapter. Okay, so let's start with the number systems. In number system, there are various types of numbers. So we will start from first type. So the first type is natural number. First type is natural number. So what is definition of natural number? The definition of natural number is all counting numbers from 1 to infinity. Okay, this is sign of infinity, means we can say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. up to infinity. So these numbers are called as natural numbers. Okay, you have to write down this definition. Whatever we are explaining here, you have to write down in your notebook so that you can revise it while you are learning. Okay, so this is first type of number, natural number. Second type of number is whole number. Okay, second type of number is whole number. So what is whole number? Whole number means, we will write here, all counting numbers from 0 to infinity. That means, for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity are called as whole numbers. Okay, so what is the difference here? In natural number we are counting number from 1. Okay, and in whole numbers what we have done, we have added 0 in natural numbers. Okay, so after adding 0, these all numbers becomes whole numbers. Is it clear? Now I will write here one important point. That important point I will write here. You also please write down. The important point is 0 is a whole number and not a natural number. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that 0 is a whole number. What we have done, we have added 0 in all natural numbers. After that it became whole number. Okay, our next type is number 3, that is called as integers. That is called as integers. So now what is integers? Integers mean all whole numbers, okay, all whole numbers having both positive and negative numbers along with 0 are called as integers. Okay, so what we can say here, if we write down 0, here will be 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity, and on other side, left hand side, here we can write -1, -2, -3, -4 up to infinity. So all these numbers are called as integers, right? So what we have learned? We have learned that number which starts from 1, 2, 3, 4 and goes up to infinity are called as natural numbers. If 0 is added in natural numbers, it will become whole number. And now if negative numbers are added in whole number, it will become integers. Is it clear? Okay. Now these integers can be represented on a number line that we will learn after some time. But now you have to understand that these integers can be represented on number lines, which may in form of fractions also. It is not required that it should be like 1, 2, 3, 4. We can represent this number in form of fraction. Fractions means like 1, 1.5, 1, 2.5, like that. Okay. So we will learn about this fraction later in later part. So you have to just keep in mind that all integers can be represented on line and in form of fractions also. Okay. Now as we have said that these numbers can be represented on line, we will first understand what is line. So our fourth point will be line. Okay. So the definition of line is when number of points lying on the same plane are joined together is known as a line. Okay, I will draw here one line. So this is an example of line. So what you can say, this line is nothing but it is consists of number of points. Here are so many number of points, okay, which are lying in a same plane, and those points are joined here. Okay, those points are joined here all together, so it will form a line. Okay, what is this? This is a line. Now what we can see here, that there are two arrows. Okay, there are two arrows at the end of the line. So what we can say here, a line can be extended in two direction, okay, direction only, okay. As you can see here, here is one arrow, means this line is continuing in this direction and also in this direction. That's why we have mentioned here two arrows. So you have to understand, a line can be extended in two direction only, because what we have said, that when number of points lying on same plane are joined together is known as a line, means those points should be in line, right? So it cannot be extended in other direction, it can be extended in only two directions. Clear? Okay. Next part we will learn. The part is a segment. Okay. So for this segment, again I will draw one line. This is our line, and I will draw 4 points here. This one is A, this one B, this one C, and this one D. Okay. So what we have done, we have drawn a line and then we have marked 4 points on this line. Okay. Now what is definition of segment? Definition of segment is a part of the original line is called as segment. Okay. Now what is its meaning? It means that of line, we can say here this line is L. A line L consists of segment AB, segment BC, and segment CD. Okay. So what we can understand here? We can understand here that a segment always have a starting point and end point. Correct? As we have said, line L consists of segment AB, segment BC, and segment CD. What it means? That segment AB means a line, segment AB means part of line from point A to point B, right? Means what you understand here, starting point is A and end point is B. So that's why we have written here a segment always have a starting point as well as end point. Clear? Our next point is sixth point. Okay. In this point what we will learn? We will learn about array. Okay. What is definition of array? Array is a line which starts from one point and can be extended in one direction only is called as ray. Okay, so we know that line can be extended in two directions. So here a ray can be extended in only one direction. I will draw one example of ray. Okay, so this ray is starting from this point, okay, and going in this direction, right? This part is called as a ray. Okay, we will understand about this ray in our upcoming studies. Now you have to just understand the definitions and the shapes of these different types of lines. Seventh part is collinear points. Okay, so to understand these, I will draw here some points. You can understand there are so many points. Okay, now what I will do, I will draw one line passing through these points. Okay, so now what you understand, that some points are included in these lines and some points are not included by this line. Okay, so what we can say here, that collinear points are the points lying in same plane through which a line can be drawn are known as collinear points. Okay, so now you understand that there are many points, but this line can pass through only few points. So all these points which are lying on this line are called as collinear points. Then you may have question that what about these points and these points which are not lying on this line. So those points which are not lying on line are known as non-collinear points. Okay, so now what we can write now, point lying in same plane but not lying on a straight line are called as non-collinear points. Okay, so you understand both the definition from single figure. You have to write down these definitions because nowadays RIMC is also asking some definitions in their papers. Okay, so you must know all these definitions. Okay, now we will move forward. The next part is concurrent line. Okay, again I will draw some lines here. This is one line, this is another line, this is another line, and this is another line. Okay, so now I have drawn here 1, 2, 3 and 4 lines. But you can see what is a property, what is a common here. Common here is that all there is line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, all are passing through a common point. This is a common point which is called as O, or you can call as C also. Okay, so all the lines passing through a single point are called as concurrent line. Okay, so here we can write all lines passing through a point are called as concurrent lines. Okay, now there is one point. You can draw as many as concurrent lines. Right, now we have drawn only 4 lines, but if we wish we can draw many lines like this. For example, if I want to draw another line, I can draw like this. Okay, if I want to draw another line, I can draw like this. Okay, if I want to draw another line, I can draw like this. So you can draw n number of lines here. The point through which all concurrent lines passes, I can say not the point, I will add here the common. Okay, the common point through which all concurrent line passes is called as point of concurrence. Okay, so this point C is called as point of concurrence, and normally this point is denoted by C. The next point is point number 10. In this point we will cover a number line. Okay, again I will draw one line. Now on this line we can show all type of integers. Okay, so generally in center it is denominated as 0, and on right side all positive numbers will come. On left side all negative numbers will come. Up to infinity. Okay, so now what we can say here, that a number line is a line on which integers can be represented okay. A number line is a line on which integers can be represented. Okay, normally what I have said, normally 0 is the midpoint of the line, okay, like this, and when you move from 0 to right side all positive integers will come, okay, and when you move from 0 towards left side all negative integers will be shown. Is it clear? Okay, so I will repeat the theory. A number line is a line on which integers can be represented. Normally 0 is the midpoint of line, and when you move from 0 towards right side negative integers will be available, and when you move from 0 towards left sides all negative integers will be available, and all these integers will be available in ascending order only. Okay, as you can see here comes 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, all are in ascending order, whereas from here from 0 we go to left side, then -1, -2, -3, -4, these all are in descending order. ठीक है, so towards right it will go in ascending order, towards left it will go in descending order, because when you put minus sign then the value of that number decreases, and when those are in positive side the value of number increases. Okay, this number line is used to find the value between any two numbers. It is also used to draw different types of graphs and also to solve certain types of sum in algebra. So this we will learn in future in algebra, where we can use this number line and we can solve many problems. Now one more point is there, we can also show fractions on this line, such as between 1 and 2 what will come, we can show here like 1.5, here 2.5, here 3.5, like that. Here we can show minus 0.5, here minus 1.5. So any number we can show on this line. Now we will move on to next type, that is rational numbers. Okay, rational numbers. So what is definition of rational numbers? The definition of rational numbers is integers which can be represented in form of P upon Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Okay, and their division is always complete, are called as rational numbers. Clear hai? Is it clear that any number we can represent in form of P upon Q, where Q is not equal to 0 and their division is always complete, are called as rational numbers. For example, we can take here 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 6. Okay, if we solve this 1 upon 2, 1 upon 2 is equal to 0.5. Again 2 upon 4, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Here we take 0 decimal. Here we can take 1 0, 2 ones are 2, 2 fives are 10. Again 0.5. And in this case also 3 upon 6 is equal to 0.5. So what we understood, that all these numbers division can be obtained. That means their certain answer is there. Okay, that's why we call these numbers as rational numbers. Now we will move towards next point, point number 12, that is irrational number. Okay, now what is definition of irrational number? Irrational numbers are the numbers which can be represented in form of P upon Q, where Q is not equal to 0 and their division is incomplete. Okay, so what difference you see here? In rational numbers the division was complete, and in irrational numbers the division is incomplete. For example, we will take here 1 upon 3 or 10 upon 3 or 5 upon 3. For example, if I solve this 1 upon 3, so we cannot divide 1 by 3, so we will put one decimal. 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. So again 1 will be remainder. Again we can put 0. Again 3 threes are 9. Again 1 is remainder. Again we will put 0. Again 3 threes are 9. Again 1 will be the remainder. So this division will continue here. It will not be completed. Hence these types of numbers are called as irrational numbers. Clear? Okay. Okay students, so our last type of numbers is Roman numbers. These types of questions are generally not asked in RIMC paper today, but we will have a look at it. In Roman numbers, we have main this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types number. Generally in Roman numbers, one digit can repeat only 3 times. 4 times that digit cannot repeat. So I will explain it later. So to understand Roman system, we have to understand that for 1 we write as capital I, for 5 we write it as capital V, for 10 we write it as capital X, for 50 we write it as capital L, for 100 we write it as capital C, for 500 we write it as capital D, and for 1000 we write it as capital M. So this nomenclature you have to keep in mind so that you can solve these Roman number problems also easily. So as stated earlier, 1 is denominated by capital I, 2 is denominated by double capital I, and 3 is denominated by triple capital I. So here 3 times I is appearing. So what we have said that no number can repeat more than 3 times. So for 4, what they have done? They have written 5 and before 5 they have written capital I. That means this is less than 1 less than 5. Okay. So that's why it is written IV. Means when we write any number to left side, that number is deducted from original number. Okay, so V means 5, and if we write I before 5, then it becomes 4. Okay, then again same fashion will continue here. For 6 we write VI, for 7 V double I, and for 8 V triple I. Now again for 9 we cannot write it as V 4 times I, because we can repeat any digit by any digit 3 times only. So here again what we have done, as for 10 we can write X. So here we have written IX, that means X minus 1, right? So the value becomes 9. Again for 11 it will be xi, for 12 x double I, for 13 x triple I, for 14 x iv. Okay, same like this 4. X means 10 and iv means 4. For 15 xv, 16 xvi, 17 xv double I, 18 xv triple I. Again for 19 means 10 plus 9. For 10 we have written x, and for 9 what we have written here, ix. So here we have written x ix. For 20 double x. Okay. For 21, sorry, again same like 11 to 18. For 29 we have written 2x, for 2 10. 20 means 10 plus 10, so we have written 2x, and for 9 we have written ix. Okay, and for 30 again 3 times x. For 31 to 38, again same fashion, and for 39, same triple x and ix means 39. For 40, we cannot write here 4 times x, okay, because the rule is that we can repeat only 3 times digit. So what we have done here, for 50 we call it as L. So here L minus 10, right, means 50 minus 10 is equal to 40. So here what we have done, we have placed x means 10 before L, so it becomes 40, right, understood. Again from 41 to 49, same, in place of 4 times x we have written XL, and for 1 2 3 again I, double I, triple I, like that we have continued. So hope you have understood up to 50. We will continue from 51 to 100 series. As we stated earlier that for 50 we write it as capital L. For 51 to 59 again same fashion will be written. For 50 we will write L and 1 2 3 like previous 1 2 3. For 60 we will write L and x, means L is 50 plus x is 10, so it will become 60, right. From 61 to 69 again same fashion. For 70, L and 2x means 50 plus 10 plus 10 is equal to 70. This we can continue up to 80, okay, and then again same up to 89, okay. For 90 what we are going to do, because for 90 what it will happen, here we have to write again x 4 times. So what we have done, instead of that we have picked C for 100, okay, and we have put x before C. So what it means, 100 minus 10 is equal to 90, okay. And again from 91 to 99 we have written xc for 90 and 1 2 3 2 9 for 99, okay, and for 100 we have stated here C. Hope you have understood this. Nowadays this type of questions are not asked in RIMC, but as it is part of our syllabus we have to cover it. So now in this video we have covered all types of numbers, their definitions and Roman numbers. In next chapter we will discuss about various rules, that is plus and minus rules for multiplication, division, addition and subtraction, along with divisibility rule of various numbers and unit of measurements. If this video is useful to you, please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and tell your friends also to subscribe our channel. Thank you.